A day for drones and baseball. Elks back at it tonight. Game 2 of 3 between Bend and the visiting Kelowna Falcons after the Elks last night dropped it 16-3. A quick turnaround and looking to get back on track. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. I'm your voice of the Bend Elks, Aiden O'Neill as always. Last night was up and down. There was not a lot of positives to take away on the Elk side, but the beauty of this summer, similar to what the Elks did in Yakima, if you lose the first one, you can bounce back and win the next two. And this group has shown some resilience, shown some fight as the season has gone along. They'll turn it tonight to Ryan McDougall on the mound to look to get the Elks back on track. The top of this Kelowna lineup is deadly, and it looks the exact same as it did yesterday, starting with Nolan Eberwein. As Ryan McDougall looks home, he'll wind and fire. The first pitch of the ball game is fouled away. We get started 2 minutes behind schedule at 6:37. It's Eberwein, Kozar, Pena, Griggs, Tucker, Burnham, Buckner, Rogers, and McNeil. Elks in their all-black pinstripes tonight as the 0-1 misses up. Nolan Eberwein, look at those numbers. A 1,200 OPS creeping upon 13 with 5 runs batted in. And yesterday had a monster night. Reached base in 4 of his 5 plate appearances. A couple of doubles, 3 runs batted in. Check swing, he went around. It's 2-2. Oh, man. Our umpires tonight, Thomas Glynn and Michael Gray. He went around so clearly that I didn't even think there was a question. He walked him. I never mean to jump the gun, but that was practically a full swing. Thomas Glynn, home plate umpire. On the bases is Michael Gray, and look at it. I mean, that is a full swing. But as a base umpire, if you don't see it, you're always going to opt for no. That's one that Thomas Glynn should have called himself. Now Reese Kozar. Fastball misses up. That's a tough break for Ryan McDougall. Changes the complexion of the at-bat. Now we'll have to get back into the zone. Reese Kozar, homer, 2 runs batted in, and an OPS also over 1,000. Fouled straight back. The last start for Ryan McDougall was against the Corvallis Knights exactly a week ago. It was a bit rough, 3 1/3, 5 hits, but he just gave up 3 runs and punched out 5. It was the most encouraging outing we've seen from McDougall, and he'll look to build off of it. 1-1 to Kozar. Check swing, called the strike on location. 1-2. Kozar last night was in the 5-hole. Had a double, and then with the bases loaded, he walked, picking up an RBI. Throw over to check on Eberwein, back with a dive. Kelowna, in their biggest offensive performance of the season, had everybody eating good. Felt like the whole lineup was producing. Two and two on the off speed, 77 miles per hour away. There was only one batter in the entire lineup. There are 9 batters that didn't pick up an RBI. 8 of the 9 batters had a run batted in Friday night's contest. And the one that didn't was Drew Frost. Now 3-2. Eberwein, 1 stolen base that came last night, but a healthy lead off of first. Kelowna in their all-gray road uniforms. He goes. Fastball, called strike 3. Throw down a second on 1 hop. Salvione can't handle it. Eberwein's going to try to go to third. Nadeau's throw there is not in time. And an error on Nate Snakenborg moves the runner 90 feet away. Tough hop by Salvione, who got caught up in the base path of Nolan Eberwein. Bringing up Matt Pena, who jumps on the first pitch, serves it to left. Murphy goes back, it almost sails over his head. Eberwein tags, he'll score. 1-0 Kelowna. They're going to check if he left early. It was awfully close. He did not. So Kelowna strikes first. Now taking a look at the Elks defense. Murphy, Nato, and Elrod from left to right in the outfield. Jones and Goodman on the left side. Salvione and Miller on the right side with Nate Snakenborg doing the catching. Matt Pena, just on one pitch, did the job there. Now it's C.J. Griggs. That's Pena's 20th run batted in on the year. Leads the Falcons. Talk about another guy with some offensive power. It's C.J. Griggs. Those 2 home runs you see on his stats, both came in last night's game. But he'll chop to 1-0 he sees to Goodman at short, and that will end the inning. Leadoff walk to Nolan Eberwein. He comes around to score. Falcons lead it 1-0, heading to the home half of the first. Back here at Genna, home half of the first inning. Falcons strike first. Leadoff walk to Nolan Eberwein. He comes around to score on the sac fly by Matt Pena. And Keaton Nato will get things going for the Elks. The outfielder out of Cal State San Bernardino, Lucas Smith. His first pitch misses down. Nato, Murphy, then Miller. Klosick, Elrod, Snakenborg, Salvione, Goodman, and Jones. The lineup on a beautiful Saturday night. Nato drives that one deep into center field. Eberwein's going back on it, but a good jump and a smooth catch in the alleyway for the first out. First pitch to Jackson Murphy, runs in tight. Lucas Smith, the starter for the Kelowna Falcons, a part of this collection of arms that have been dominant so far this year. Team leading ERA, WHIP in the entire West Coast League, and look at those numbers from Smith, a 3.48 ERA, a 106 WHIP. Murphy taps the 2-0 right back to Smith, and he'll flip on to first for the second out. Now taking a look at the defense for Kelowna. Kozar, Eberwine, and Tucker in the outfield. Buckner, Burnham, I like that. 2 Bs on the left side. McNeil and Pena. And then Rogers doing the catching. Some new faces for Kelowna. Coach Greg Zahn, legend in Major League Baseball, was a big TV guy too in Toronto for quite some time. He said they only took 26 guys on this trip, as Miller grounds the first pitch he sees to the third baseman Buckner. And a rapid first inning. The Elks were up momentarily, and then in the blink of an eye, we're going to the second here on Bend Elks YouTube. The crowd is ready for the drones, and one of the best groups of attendees we've had all summer long here on a beautiful night in Bend, Oregon. Got to stick around for after. We'll be broadcasting the drone show on Bend Elks YouTube. First of its kind here at Vince Genna Stadium, and kind of a prequel to the fireworks coming on July 3rd. Something different. Tucker, Burnham, and Buckner this frame against McDougall. 1-1 misses in tight. I personally have never seen a drone show and very intrigued. The amount of technology that goes into it, all synced up. Very cool and a very new school thing, as the 2-1 is grounded right back up the middle for a base hit. The second consecutive inning to open up this game that the Falcons have got their leadoff runner on base. Bringing up Cade Burnham. .269 average, 4 driven in. McDougall's first pitch misses up and away. Ryan McDougall just wrapped up his freshman year at Benedictine College. And a good arm with stuff that this coaching staff raves about. Fastball just a hair in tight at 88. McDougall was one of 4 members of the Benedictine baseball team to earn all Hart honors 56 Ks and 35 walks, just 11 earned runs in 2026. Check swing on the 2-0 over the head of Miller. Look at all those folks in the barbecue deck, too. Jam-packed on a Saturday night. I mean, you look around. Not a lot of empty seats in the house. And now, no excuse to leave early for the early birds in Bend with the show after. Go to bed at 8, wake up at when? 6? 8, Pierce says. 12 hours of sleep? Probably. Pierce also told me 75% of y'all in Bend work remotely. I find that intriguing. That's why you're floating the river on a weekday. Fastball called a strike, throw down a second, in time! What a tag by Vinny Salvione on the one hop. And Talon Tucker is cut down. Credit Nate Snakenborg on the quick release, but Vinny Salvione on the tag shined brightly. 3-2 to Burnham. Got him swinging. Ryan McDougall building off of that throw out on the pads. His first K. So Finley Buckner will now step in, who pinch hit last night in that 16-3 Kelowna win. Take a filthy breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike. Just a bit up on the 0-1. Finley Buckner, Oaks Christian High School in Westlake, California. One that produces so much talent. You could say that about the entire state, frankly. And the name that pops into my mind, Kayvon Thibodeau. I know I'm going to the NFL, but played football at Oaks Christian. Curveball. 2-2. Buckner was at Pepperdine University the last 2 years. Staying close to home and looking to turn things around this summer. Not here, though. Ryan McDougall punches out the last two batters he faces in the second. And just blew a 92-mile-per-hour fastball right by him. Bottom second when we return on Bend Elks YouTube. Bottom of the second inning, Kelowna on top 1-0 here in game 2 of 3 between the Falcons and the Elks. That Kelowna team right there, finally got some good rest last night. They woke up Friday morning, or maybe just stayed up would be proper, and drove to Bend at 1 in the morning. Got here and then hung 16 on the Elks' heads. Losick, Elrod, and Snakenborg this inning as Richie swings through the 1-0. Losick, that one home run came against Walla Walla a couple weeks ago. Looking to steady things out offensively. His last start was in that Elks 6-5 win against the Pippins on Thursday. And came up with a huge defensive play in that one. He's made multiple this season, but Lucas Smith is filling up the zone. This is up at 90. Lucas Smith's from Hope College, was previously at Palomar, and is from Temecula, California. Losick taps it. Tough play back up the middle, and McNeil can't handle it. Hit or error? I'm not sure. That's teetering the borderline. Would have been a tough play for Boogie McNeil. That's a heck of a name, Boogie. But wasn't able to make it. Had to come up on the backhand, throw in one fluid motion, and could not. They're going to go with a hit. I like it. Now Elrod. Line down the left field line. It's fair. Klosick hits second and hits the third, rattling up in the corner for Kozar. Klosick will stop at third. Mason Elrod with a double. After nursing a wrist injury for the last couple of weeks, he has been swinging a much hotter bat. That one hit 101 down the left field line. So Snake gets to hit with a couple of ducks on the pond. Some foot traffic that Smith has to deal with as Snake jumps on the first pitch. This will bring in a run. Fielded by Burnham, throw to first on one hop is there. But Klosick scores, and it's 1-1. Bringing up Vinny Salvione. Good at bat from Snakenborg. That's his third run batted in. And Salvione serves it into left field and down. Elrod will score. Vinny gives the Elks a 2-1 lead here in the second. The longtime Bend Elk, used to playing in front of these big crowds, delivers. And was all over that first pitch he saw. One out for Will Goodman. Takes up and in tight on a breaking ball. Still looking to get that bat going. A .263 average, .680 OPS, 5 runs batted in. Salvione bluffs the steal. Goodman grounds one to the third baseman and Buckner. Throw to second for one. Throw to first, double play. 5-4-3 they go around the horn. But not after. 2 runs for the Elks. The single by Klosick, the double by Elrod, a ground out by Snakenborg. And then Vinny Salvione delivers. We'll go to the third. Elks on top on the Bend Elks YouTube page.
It's time for our first game of the evening. We've got twins out here that are going to
Vinny the Elk in front of a packed house. Just got done with the in-between inning game. Look at the kicks on the feet. Super hot. What are those, pink Nikes? I might need to call Vinny for the shoe plug. Rogers, McNeil, and the top of the order with Eberwine. 2-1 Elks. Pushed across two last frame. Dougall's first pitch grounded to the sure-handed Goodman. Throw to first. Long stretch by Miller, but one out. This Falcons lineup evidently aggressive. They have jumped on a lot of the Elks pitches and early in the count. Now tonight's K-man, Boogie McNeil, take up and away on the ball. After a ridiculous offensive showcase, the Elks' hope is that the Falcons cannot replicate it. McNeil slashes away the 1-0 pitch. Did not see any Boogie McNeil last night. Batting .269 on the season. Takes down and away. McDougal already with 2 Ks, looking for a third. Make it the beer batter. Up and in. We're down and in. Want to come into the 9-hole batter. Don't want that lineup to get turned over easily. He did walk him. And the second walk for Ryan McDougal tonight. Bringing up Nolan Eberwine. Seven extra base hits last night for Kelowna. 3 of those were homers. Eberwine takes a strike on the outside corner. More home runs here at Genna Stadium in 1 game played than the Elks have had in 7. Now 8 tonight. Two teams that are on the opposite ends of the home run leaderboard when it comes to the West Coast League. The Elks, bottom two. Only team lower than the Elks in the home run total is the Corvallis Knights, who have only hit 2 this year. Breaking ball, grounded through the glove of Miller. An E3 on Jace on a ball that very well could have been a double play. It was hit decently hard, but if you ask Jace, a play he knows he should have made. Oh, just a tough break, and with how McNeil had to freeze, that would have been pretty routine in the double play department. So back-to-back free passes, a walk and an error. Set the table for Reese Kozar. Take a breaking ball up. Elks' lack of defensive control have shot them in the foot multiple times this season. Dougal's got to pitch through it. Ozar takes up 2-0. The Elks are bottom in the entire WCL in fielding percentage at .950. In fourth place when it comes to errors committed. Hitters count 3-0. And for Reese Kozar, who struck out his first time through. Ryan McDougal letting him get ahead here. McNeil at second, Eberwine at first. 3-0, 1 out in the top of the third. Oh, man, just a bit up. And a 4-pitch walk to Reese Kozar. In real time, it looked like a strike, but I do believe it was up. Time is now called, and Wes Harper will walk out to the mound. Chat with McDougal. Wes Harper, a former Division I pitcher himself, Sacramento State. Pitched at Boise State, too. Boise State now does no longer have a baseball program. Wes was one of the last members of the Broncos when baseball existed at Boise State. Now all that money can go into football, and Ashton Jainty got put on the map after that college football playoff run. Wes, a big Jainty guy himself. This is not the guy you want to face with the bases loaded and 1 out in Matt Pena. The league leader in home runs with 6. And the team leader in RBI after the first inning with 20. Taps it foul. He jumped on the first pitch he saw his last AB. Flew out to the left fielder, Jackson Murphy. And brought in Nolan Eberwine, who had a leadoff walk, but you got to think a ground ball gets you out of it. Check swing. Misses up. Appeal to the base umpire and Michael Gray, who said he didn't go. If that one was called a swing, I would have looked back at the one at the first inning with an eyebrow raised. Pena from Cal State Northridge. All Big West first team in 2026. Take a curveball up. Big pitch coming up for McDougal. Saw in the open the 2.86 whip. Those walks and free base runners allowed have bit McDougal Nowhere to put him. Cole to strike on the outside corner. 2-2. C.J. Griggs on deck. Powerful part of this order. McDougal's 2-2. Grounded to Miller. Another chance. Touches first. Throw to second. Got him in a rundown. This will bring in the run. Now the other one's coming up, and oh my goodness, Kelowna takes the lead. That is such good base running by Reese Kozar to bring in 2 runs. On a high chopper to Jace Miller at first, he went to the bag with the ball. But then Kozar getting in a rundown means that you got to tag him out before these runs score or else they count. And he also is ultimately safe as Goodman waited too long. A defensive blunder for the Elks in an inning that has been about them. That is a funky, funky play. You know, you understand why Jace went to the bag with the ball because he was close to it, but then it doesn't become a force out, which makes things complicated. And Griggs will keep the inning going. Nato barehands it in the right center field alley, throws it into Salvione on the cutoff. But Kozar goes from first to third, and the inning rolls on. But I'm going to keep harping on Reese Kozar over there at third because that is just intelligent base running in the heat of the moment. Knowing that I got to get in a rundown here. I got to keep this inning alive and give my runners a chance to score. Kalen Tucker grounds one to the third baseman in Jones. His throw to first will end the inning. But 2 runs for Kelowna on a ground ball that very well could have been a double play. Reese Kozar gets in a rundown, causes chaos. Both McNeil and Eberwein score. We're going back and forth here at Genna on Bend Elks YouTube. The Best Jersey of the Night award goes to the man in the cap. Not Cal Raleigh, number 29. We're going nickname on the back. Big Dumper. That's one of the best nicknames in all of baseball, and he's rocking it proudly. Here's Braden Jones, who takes low. Jones jumps on the 1-0. Deep to center field, going straight back is Eberwein, and he caught it. 1 out. Quick 1 out as Jones was aggressive. Now Keaton Nadeau, who flew out to Eberwein as well his first time. New pitcher into the ballgame for Kelowna is Keller Bloodworth. Nadeau squares around, pulls back, and takes low. One and one. Keller Bloodworth. How about that name? 3.48 ERA and 10 1/3. 1.16 whip. He's 0-1. This entire Kelowna staff, though, you're going to see ERAs and whips in a really good spot. The best pitching staff in the West Coast League resides in Kelowna. Keller Bloodworth from Ashland, Oregon. 6'2", 200-pounder goes to Feather River College. And he strikes out Nadeau. His first K and the second out of the third. That's the first K that Kelowna's had as a staff tonight. They're not going to punch you out in high numbers, but they pitch you to soft contact. And so far this summer have been difficult to barrel up. Bringing up Jackson Murphy, who chops the first pitch into the ground. McNeil throws to first. A quick 7-pitch inning for Keller Bloodworth in his first in relief. Rolling along here at Genna, top of the fourth inning. Kelowna on top 3-2. Burnham, Buckner, and Rogers, 6, 7, and 8 in Kelowna's order to bat here in the fourth. Against Ryan McDougall, first pitch sprayed foul and out of play. One in the first for Kelowna, 2 in the second for the Elks and 2 in the third for the Falcons, going back and forth. Fastball flared over the head of Miller and into shallow right field for a leadoff hit. In 3 of the 4 innings now, Kelowna has gotten that leadoff runner on base, and Burnham's first hit of the night. Now Finley Buckner. See Vinny making his rounds. Love Vinny in the all-black pinstripe uni. And then you got the color pop with the kicks. On the move was Burnham with the pitch, but Buckner taps it foul. He'll have to go back to first. McDougal at 50 pitches. Speaking on pitch count, these Elks have been making the job of the Kelowna Falcons pretty easy offensively. In the bottom of the first, Lucas Smith, tonight's starter, had a 6-pitch inning. And this last frame, with Bloodworth on the mound, a 7-pitch frame. As the throw is high, checking on Burnham, almost went over Miller's head. Maybe too aggressive, the Elks are. Looking to work some deeper counts as the game goes on. Long pause from McDougal. Curveball misses up. Snap throw down to first. Got him! Cade Burnham. Too big of a secondary lead. And Nate Snakenborg throws him out. On the money, the tag by Miller. And Burnham had that look in his eyes that he was thinking about going. Love the aggression there from Snake. 2-3 on the putout. That takes a lot of pressure off of Ryan McDougal, too. Because now you get to work back out of the windup, and Burnham was causing him some problems with command. Two and two. Finley Buckner, first time through, punched out swinging. One thing McDougal's had going, a lot of swing and miss. 2-2, Goodman dives and can't get there. Back-to-back singles to start off the inning for Kelowna, and I'm sure now Burnham's really kicking himself for getting picked off because the Falcons would have a rally. Now it's Owen Rogers with one gone here in the fourth. Round one, could be two. Goodman, Salvione, Miller, double play. Around the horn, the Elks go 6-4-3 to the bottom of the fourth, 3-2 Falcons. Jace Miller to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday night drone night from Genna. Now just need some more Elks energy on the baseball diamond. And a good way to start it with Miller. Miller, Klosick, and Elrod. Former Oregon State Beaver, now in the portal. Won the batting title with the Elks in 2025. Looking to get going still. And a lot of that had to do, obviously, with missing the majority of the year in Corvallis with that knee injury. You can't manufacture hitting live pitching, so may take a little extra long for Miller to get back to it, but hey, a 3-ball count puts you on the right track. He grounded out to Buckner his first time through on the first pitch he saw. Walked on 4 pitches. The first walk for Kelowna as a staff. There's that best whip in the league coming in. They force you to beat them offensively. Not going to give you anything from a free pass perspective. You got to be swinging it to beat the Falcons. Richie Klosick, take a strike. To the gills at Genna. You can even see from our behind the pitcher cam on Keller Bloodworth how many fans are in the red seats. Out in front was Klosick. Miller's leaning at first and just gets back. Alright, he got a turf bead in his eyes. He's down on one knee, picking it out. Our best crowd of 2026, especially here on the third base side. Sardines. Tough play. Second for 1, and McDeal dropped it. Miller is going to stay at second. But an error on Boogie McNeil. He just thought about the throw before the catch, and it went through the glove. Buckner may have gave it too much zip for being as close he was to McNeil. Might have thought the throw required more oomph. But a team in Kelowna who doesn't beat themselves a lot has done so this inning. Mason Elrod will square around a bunt, looking to move the runners over, and he fouls it away. Shocked to see Mason Elrod bunting here after the 100-mile-per-hour double down the left field line his first time through. We'll see if he tries it again. Nope. This time we'll swing through it. It's 0-2. Above average speed with Miller at second, so a base hit would score. To Elrod, who the Elks are hoping is turning a corner. Bloodworth got him on the 0-2 on a pitch that was down. Yeah, that's low. Tough break for Mason Elrod, but they do say you got to protect in the 2-strike count. Here's Nate Snakenborg. RBI ground out his first time through tonight in the second. Taken tight on a ball. That was that second inning where the Elks pushed across to both Snakenborg and Salvione, who's on deck. Came through after Klosick and Elrod set the table. Endless power from the backstop. Take a ball down, 2-0. Keller Bloodworth, Feather River College, 18 innings pitched, an 11 ERA. And struggling with commanding the zone here. After a 3-pitch strikeout to Mason Elrod, he's down on Nate Snakenborg, 3-0. And a guy seeing it like Snake might get the green light. Nope, ball 4. All 3 batters for the Elks have reached on a free pass, and they're loaded with 1 out for Vinny. Salvio and a fan favorite here in Bend, one they've grown to love. Jumped on the first pitch he saw in his first AB. Drove in a run. Not as aggressive this time. Takes a fastball at the knees for a strike. Miller on third, Klosik on second, Snakenborg on first in the bottom of the 4th. Elks trail by 1 run, but a base hit would likely give them the lead. 1-1 to Vinny. Born in Tacoma, Washington, spent a lot of his baseball career in the state of Oregon, was at the University of Portland, here in Bend for a couple of summers, and then made the jump to Bowling Green in Ohio. So happy to be back. Take down and in, a hitter's count. In, tied it, hit him. And the game is tied. An RBI hit by pitch on Vinny Salvione. Miller scores 3-3. It's up and in and off the tricep above the elbow guard. That one doesn't feel good at 86. Time is now called between Josh Towers, former MLB pitcher with the Toronto Blue Jays. 8-year career now in Kelowna with Greg Zahn, who also is the former big leaguer. He's on pacing outside of the dugout, making his presence known. Still looks like you could put him in an MLB jersey and I wouldn't bat an eye. 1997 World Series champion with the Florida Marlins at the time. Long big league career for a countless amount of teams. Goodman almost gets hit as the catcher and Rogers barely caught it before it went to the backstop. Keller Bloodworth struggling with command. Had two-seam tail on that one, in on Goodman. Foul tipped off the catcher and Rogers. We'll shake that one off as the glove comes popping off. Goodman was in a similar spot in his first AB. 2 runners on base, 1 out, and grounded into a double play. So how about a chance of redemption in the 4th? For the kid from Bend. 2-1. First time this year that Keller Bloodworth with Kelowna has struggled with command to the nth degree. There's nowhere to put him to Will Goodman. And this crowd, a loud one, getting into it. Goodman skies that to center field right at Eberwein. Tagging at third and heading home is Klosik. Snaking boards, trying to go to third. He's thrown out. And does the run and Klosik score? They say no run. And Johnny Kemp is frustrated at home plate umpire Thomas Glynn, saying that Klosik should have scored. We'll check our replay. It'll tell the story. All right. If Snakenborg is tagged out before Klosik scores, then it's no run. That is the correct call by home plate umpire Thomas Glynn. And that's bad on Richie Klosik for not busting it all the way home. The Elks, their base running miscues once again. 3-3 the score. We'll go to the fifth on the Bend Elks YouTube page. Top of the fifth inning, tied at 3. Boogie McNeil, who made an error in the bottom of the fourth, gets a chance to hit. The Elks just continue to shoot themselves in the foot on the bases. And another miscue cost them. McNeil chops the 0-1 to Miller. Good play and beats the foot race. 1 out. Miller popping the undershirt per usual. Him and Aiden Tallarico, brothers in the jersey game. You think they do an unbuttoned competition? I'm going 5 today, you're going 6. We'll see who stands out more. Jace actually generally wears the undershirt though. Rico, showing off. Top of the order with Nolan Eberwein. Dougal started to figure it out. That one just missed off the plate. Could have been called a strike on the black. Eberwein has reached on 2 free passes, a walk and an error. Peter runs away. 59 pitches, 4 1/3, 3 Ks, 3 walks, 4 hits. It's a scattered stat line filled with threes, but the moral of the story is Ryan McDougall has given the Elks a chance to win. And you just hope if you're the Elks, you don't look back on that bottom of the fourth and view it as a big missed opportunity. Chance to take the lead. That one gets the outside corner. Full count to Eberwein. The USC gear coming from the University of Southern California, a team that made it all the way to the Super Regional. Breaking ball, chopped foul. No USC players this year on the Bend Elks roster, but that previously had been a staple. One of the Elks' better hitters in 2025. Augie Lopez, who's now in the transfer portal, was arguably the best hitter for USC this past season. Right in the middle of their order. Eberwein not going down without a fight. And speaking on college baseball, today the College World Series Championship Final. Game 1 was held in Oklahoma. Took down North Carolina 9-3. McDougal gets him there. That's Ryan's 4th K. 2 outs in the 5th. But in a sport where the SEC reigns, having Oklahoma on your bingo card to win the College World Series, you'd been called crazy a month ago, and they have gone on a magical, magical run. This stuff from Ryan McDougal starting to get snappy, especially that 12-6 curveball. That one misses low and goes halfway up the netting behind home plate. Reese Kozar punched out and then walked. Cue that foul as McDougal's looking for another clean inning. Reese Kozar from Niagara University. Coming off a year where he was first team All-MAAC. Soft ground ball. Jonesy at third. That'll end the inning. A 1-2-3 frame for Ryan McDougal. To the bottom of the 5th. Elks looking to take the lead here on Bend Elks YouTube when we come back. That time of night here in Bend, the sun blinding me. We're tied, 3-3 the score. Kelowna and the Bend Elks. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. I'm Aiden O'Neill. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday night. We appreciate all the love to this new stream, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to the Bend Elks YouTube page. My phenomenal producer, I'm trying to use a different buzzword every time to describe Pierce. Today's phenomenal. Helping this stream come together, and man, it looks good, Pierce. Jones grounds that fair down the right field line. He'll hit first and head to second. Tucker fields it on the bare hand. The dive into 2. A leadoff double for Jones. This coaching staff loves the way that Braden Jones plays. Always that extra hustle back. Does the little things defensively. And this time, it's a double just inside the first base bag as he belly flops into second. Still going. Keller Bloodworth, the righty, to Keaton Nato, who will take down and away. Nato 0 for 2 so far tonight. A neon green shin guard. Brand new for Nato in the last week. Take a ball that was called a strike on the outside corner, but speed on second and Jones. Nato takes down and away. Caught up with Keaton before yesterday's contest versus the Falcons, and his story is quite unique. A lot of time in Seattle with his dad being a coach. They then moved to Southern California and now reunited again at Cal State San Bernardino, where his dad is the head man. That takes the familial connection to a whole new level. I mean, you think about it, yeah, of course your dad's going to coach you in Little League or Pony, whatever you play in your hometown, but all the way to the college level is super cool. Nato fouls it back, and the elbow guard comes popping off. He swung so hard. On top of it all, Nato can really do it with the glove and made what I think will stand as the best catch of the year against Yakima earlier this week. Bloodworth's payoff in tight, ball 4. The third walk for Kelowna as a staff. A rarity for this group this early in the game. Runners on first and second with nobody out, and with the heart of the order after Murphy. Got to be thinking about a bunt in this situation, looking to give the Elks the lead. Murph is 0 for 2. He will not square and instead fly a ball into right center field. Eberwein will come over and make the catch. I thought those were extinct. What? A T-Rex at Genna? That's how you rattle the new pitcher warming up in Cade Weber. He must feel like he's in a dream. A T-Rex in real life. Just beyond his bullpen catcher. Miller takes down and away. There was a year for Halloween where everybody wore those. What year was that? 2021? As soon as they're going out of style, we bring him back in Bend. Grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. Getting the wave around third and heading home is Braden Jones. The throw is there on 2 hops, but not in time. Elks lead it 4-3. A smooth slide from Braden Jones. Getting in there with his left hand. And how about it for Jace Miller, who was so dominant last summer for Bend. His first run batted in 2026. New pitcher coming in, it's the righty, Cade Weber, when we return on Bend Elks YouTube. Cade Weber, the new pitcher, into the ballgame for the Kelowna Falcons. Elks lead it 4-3 after the RBI single from Jace Miller. Will face Richie Klosik, fresh out of the pen. 86 at the knees for a strike. Cade Weber, a 3 ERA and 6 innings pitched. 9 Ks to just 1 walk. Avidly filling up that strike zone. Nato on second, Miller on first. Klosik way out in front, 0-2. Cade Weber, 6'4", 170 pounds from Kelowna, British Columbia. Attends Arizona Western College, where during the season, 19 2/3 innings pitched, a 4.58 ERA. So back home in Kelowna, pitching for the summer, and has been on a roll. Klosik's reached twice, once on a hit, once on an error. Takes down and away, a good stop by Rogers behind the dish. Felt like he's been kind of shaken up all night. Shaking out the hand earlier, that time hands on the hips. Hope he's feeling 100%. Maybe that wrist taped up too. Just above the glove. A lot of players use that for accessories though too, so tough to tell. Klosik chops the 1-2 foul. Richie. Yeah, Bat Boy, no comp tonight. I'm sorry. I know beating the foot race with the dude on the other side is more enjoyable, but I'd also enjoy going undefeated. I think it was the same last night, too, if I remember correctly. Bend Elks Bat Boy, unstoppable. Got him swinging. Klosik way out in front. And right out of the bullpen, Cade Weber does his thing. Mason Elrod with 2 outs, already doubled. That swing turning a corner for the tall right-handed bat. Chop softly, back up the middle, flip to the covering McNeil, and that will end the frame. But the Elks get one in on a big RBI single from their guy, Jace Miller. To the 6th. 4-3 Bend on the Bend Elks YouTube page. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Aiden O'Neill, thanks so much for joining us. Fun night around the West Coast League tonight. And look at Pierce cooking with the new graphic. Harbor Cats trailing the lefties 4-5. Marion on top of Yakima 3-1. And you could take a look at the rest. I don't got to say much. First pitch to Pena, swung on and missed. That Marion-Yakima series, Game 2, last night was the first edition of the West Coast League Game of the Week. And PG and I just waiting for that moment. Marion won at 9-5 at home at that fresh Chemeketa Community College field. 1-1, sails high. This is still Ryan McDougall. Fourth time through the order. Or third time. Yes, third time still with Pena. I was going to say, fourth time? They only have 3 runs? That wouldn't add up. Pena 0 for 1 today. Knocked in a pair, though. He's been a machine in the heart of this order. And McDougall, even on the hitter's count, does not get gun shy. Fills up the zone. Full count. I feel like that section near the Bend Elks dugout has filled up even more of patrons. McDougall got him. To the off speed, up and in tight. And Ryan continues to roll. Strikeout number 5. He's also popping the collar. Who's he feeling like? That dude. Him. CJ Griggs with 1 out. One for 2 today after the monster showing last night. The Elks may have learned to stay away, but McDougall goes first pitch changeup and floats it middle. Griggs was taken all the way, though. In the night after the Elks pitching staff got hit around, Kendall started just 2 innings pitched, 6 runs allowed, and nobody in the bullpen could have clean frames. Ryan McDougall is doing a great job tonight, getting that staff back on track, and a pearl of a changeup. Briggs way out in front, 1-2. Briggs from Hofstra University, 2 years with the Pride, 2 seasons batting over 300. Tap that foul and a good pick by Kelowna's first base coach. Look at that massive shadow beyond home plate of both Thomas Glynn and Nate Snakenborg. That just shows how vicious this sunlight is right now. Those shadows are elongating all the way to the bricks. 2-2. And the folks sitting just beyond home plate, yeah, you best believe they've got their sunglasses on. Lights too bright. Got him swinging. Ryan McDougall. Back-to-back punch-outs, and 3 of the last 4 hitters he's faced have gone down by way of the K. "81 pitches for McDougall. You take away the free passes, he's been perfect. Aiden Tucker with 2 outs. 1 for 2 tonight. There's something about Greg Zahn and recruiting dudes from Grossmont College. Taylon Tucker, also from Grossmont. Quickly 3-0 to Tucker. And he walked him on 4 pitches. That's been the only gripe when it comes to this outing for Ryan McDougal. 4 walks now. It's got the pitch count up. And Alan Cox, with McDougal sitting at 85 pitches, is going to the bullpen. Line still open for McDougal. He will inherit the runner on first and Taylon Tucker. But the entire dugout meeting him outside. A round of applause, well deserved, for the righty out of Benedictine. A heck of an outing, and Braven Nason. Look at that hair. Coming in when we return. Raven Nason, the new pitcher, in for the Bend Elks. And on the first pitch, a wild pitch in tight, allowing for Tucker to move up to second. Raven Nason, Goldilocks righty from Bellingham, Washington. Goes to Skagit Valley College. And in 5 innings has been pretty solid for the Elks, 1.8 ERA. Facing Cade Burnham, now that tying run in scoring position. Misses low, goes through the legs of Snakenborg. And back-to-back wild pitches get Taylon Tucker 90 feet away. Ryan McDougal's night is done. 5 2/3. He was good aside from the base on balls. His runner is the one at third. Nason gets the call down and away, 2-1. here in the top of the 6th. Still early, but Elks looking to keep that momentum. Long on and miss, 2-2. A perfect breaking ball had Burnham way out in front. And this packed crowd tonight can now really start to feel themselves, get into it in a big spot. Fouled up the third baseline by Greg Zahn. Near the Kelowna bullpen, T-Rex is still there. And little bro of the T-Rex is making the T-Rex limp. Got him swinging. Went around, no appeal needed. And Braven Nason does his job out of the bullpen. The Elks collectively strike out the side in the 6th. Pena punches out, so does Griggs by McDougal. And then Braven Nason gets Burnham. Great job by the Elks pitching staff in the top half of the 6th. They punch out the side of the Kelowna Falcons and now look to add on. Started with Nate Snakenborg, still going for Kelowna. Cade Weber, the righty. Snake will take a first pitch strike. Kelowna 3 runs on 4 hits. Elks 4 runs on 5 hits. But Bend with 1 more error. 2-1. Snakenborg laid a really tough time to hit right now at Vince Genna Stadium. It's when that sun is beaming directly into the hitter's eyes. You can see the shine there, the rays deflecting off of that plate. And Snake strikes out on 3 pitches. Second strikeout for Cade Weber. Bringing up Vinny Salvione. Doesn't Cade Weber just scream pitcher? The tall, lanky righty, showing off those socks that everybody on Kelowna's rocking. I love them. Then he pulls back the bunt. And you see Rogers there go to the seat of his pants. I don't think he saw that baseball. It's not only tough for the hitter to see it and try to swat it into the outfield, but these catchers. It's scary if a guy's throwing over 80 and you're trying to squeeze it behind the dish. Salvione with 2 runs batted in tonight. The last one came via hit by pitch with the bases loaded. Garrett Schmokel starting to get loose for the Bend Elks in the bullpen. Salvione will foul it away. So if that's it for Braven Nason, a round of applause. You come in, you face one batter, you punch him out, and your night's over. Go kick your feet up. I did my job. Vinny pops up the 2-1. Shallow right field. Pena going out. Coming over is McNeil. And he makes the catch just inside the line. Two outs now for Will Goodman. You Elks fans that have been watching all season long, you know that no one-run lead is safe. These Bend Elks need to add on. And still a lot of time to do so. Only in the 6th. Look at the sun. Bright yellow, lighting up the pupils of Will Goodman. Take a strike. If you're just now tuning in, later tonight you're wondering, man, this place is packed. Well, of course, it's the best thing to do on a Saturday night in Bend is watch baseball, but also drone show postgame. The first at Genna Stadium. 0-1 is chopped off of Rogers. He's getting banged up all night. The wrist, the knee. Showing the brutal reality of being a catcher sometimes. Goodman, base hit. Goodman's first hit of the night is a 2-out single. And keeps the line moving for Braden Jones. Braden Jones doubled his last time. Pop up the first pitch. Shallow left, it's in for a base hit. 59 off the bat, and it looks just the same in the box score. A simple shrug and a smile for number 3, and the inning continues. How can you not laugh? I mean, that is the beauty of the sport. I can't get over this crowd either. The first of many big crowds. Keaton Nato, take down and away for a ball. Elks just 4-5, or correction, 4-3 this season at Genna Stadium, 2-7 away from home. But playing in front of the best fans in Central Oregon just feels a little different. Nato walked his last time. He's 0 for 2. Foul that. Goodman on second, Jones on first. This entire rally coming with 2 outs. Making what could have been an easy frame for Cade Weber much more difficult. Breaking ball, chopped. Tough play for Weber. Speedy Nato on the back end, he airmailed it. Goodman's gonna score. Here comes Jones after it hits off the facing of the dugout. He's in, that throws high, goes by him. Nato thought about going all the way home, but on the air, the Elks add on to their lead. It's 6-3. The pitcher in Cade Weber could feel the pressure on the back end from the speedy Nato. And Matt Pena at first had no chance. Great job by Johnny Kemp sending around Braden Jones with no hesitation. Nato got all the way up to third. It was almost a Little League homer. A big 2 runs for the Elks to add on. Fastball misses away. 2-0. I state once again, a Kelowna team that is super fundamentally sound in a lot of ways has not been on Saturday night. Murphy flips one, shallow left, falling fast. Caught by the left fielder in Kozar. On a nice sliding play to end the 6th. But thanks to the error by Cade Weber throwing it over the head of Matt Pena, the Elks get 2 in. We'll go to the 7th, 6-3 Bend. Six to 3, the Elks lead it here in the 7th. And it was all because of an error by Cade Weber, the pitcher for Kelowna, airmailing his first baseman in Pena. New pitcher into the ballgame for the Elks is Garrett Schmokel. He'll face the bottom of this order, Buckner, Rogers, and McNeil. 89-mile-per-hour heater for Schmokel, down and away. Schmokel from Washington was at Everett Community College a year ago, now in the transfer portal. Buckner's 1 for 2. Swung on and missed. Schmokel an 8.1 ERA and 6 1/3. Opponents have gotten to him offensively, but a good spot up 3 for a bounce back outing. Base hit. Finley Buckner's second hit of the night gets things going for Kelowna in the 7th. We are entering probably the toughest time of the night if you're a batter or catcher, because the sun is so low in left center field, probably only another 25 minutes of sunshine, that it is directly in the path of where that ball is flying in. Went on a tangent last night, but one of the only stadiums you'll see that sets in the west. 1-0 sprayed foul. It makes for gorgeous sunsets. Ones like last night, a muggy day, heavy clouds overhead. But then the flip side, if you're looking for negatives amongst this beautiful landscape, it's that beaming star does some damage. 2-1 to Owen Rogers. He's been the catcher that's gotten tagged with a couple of balls beyond home plate. Been a bit banged up. Grounded out a couple of times. Last time into a double play. Schmokel down 3-1. Got to come in. That fastball at a good velo, but just struggling with command in. Owen Rogers, also from Grossmont College. And I made the assumption, even being from California myself, that Grossmont's got to be somewhere in Canada if Kelowna's getting all these guys. It is in California. Junior college there. And something about it, Greg Zahn. Getting all this talent. Ball 4. A single and then a walk. And we might be in bunt territory with the 9-hole batter up. How about that? Boogie McNeil just walked back to the dugout and had one of the assistant coaches for Kelowna hand him a pair of shades. It's that serious. Yes, Kelowna's down by 3, but still with 3 innings to play. This could be a bunt. Does not square. Misses in tight, almost hit Boogie McNeil. Tonight's beer batter in the 9-hole spot. Diego Lovesy getting loose for the Elks. 2-0. And Garrett Schmokel just hasn't had it since he's entered out of the bullpen. This is a big moment. And now that he's seen 2 pitches, Boogie McNeil takes the sunglasses off. The sun just moved into a spot as it slowly sets where McNeil has better visuals now. Nowhere to put Garrett Schmokel. Buckner on second, Rogers on first. Mokel really laboring to the 9-hole bat. Oh, man. That caught the black, but when you're not pounding the zone, you don't get the 50-50 calls. A 4-pitch walk, and they're loaded with no outs for the top of the order. Alan Cox has no choice but to go to the bullpen. Diego Lovesy will enter with the bases loaded and nobody out. Still no signal, though, for Cox. This could just be a chat, not going to jump the gun. And here comes Lovesy. A single and then 2 walks to the bottom of the order. Brings up the beef for Kelowna in the biggest spot of this game when we come back on Bend Elks YouTube. Tough spot for Diego Lovesy. Bases loaded, nobody out. In the top of the 7th inning to the leadoff man, Nolan Eberwine. First pitch is grounded. Could be 2. Salvione to second for 1. Throw to first. Double play. And a huge 4-6-3 turn on the first pitch thrown by Diego Lovesy. 2 outs. Just attacked the zone, and Eberwine was aggressive. Bounded into the second double play for Kelowna tonight. A run comes in to score. 6-4. But you'll absolutely, with the 3-run lead, trade the run for 2 outs. Lovesy's pounding the zone. 0-2. From Glendale Community College, Diego Lovesy, a 4.5 ERA and 2 innings pitched. The toughest spot he's entered, though, in this early 2026 campaign. 1 strike away. Chopped foul. Kozar stays alive. Reese Kozar 0 for 2. Walked back in the 3rd. Grounded softly. Jones near the line. Long throw to first. Diego Lovesy brilliance out of the bullpen. He entered with the bases loaded and nobody out. And only gave up a run. Stretch time at Genna. Elks still lead it by 2 on the Bend Elks YouTube page.
Take me out to the ball game. Bend Elks. Let me hear ya! Hold ball game. Oh, let's get some runs!
The packed crowd has stretched, and we're back here on Bend Elks YouTube. First pitch to Miller as he pulls back. The bunt is called a strike at the base of the zone. 6-4 Elks. And last inning could have been a turning point, but Diego Lovesy in relief of Garrett Schmokel. Amazing. Only allowed 1 run in a situation that he entered with the bases loaded and nobody out. Miller slashes that one to right in a diving catch by Tucker. Great play by Talon Tucker. Taking away extra bases. Klosik, first pitch, right back up the middle. And his second knock of the night. Love it from Richie, who's really starting to see it. Incoming sophomore at LMU. Now it's Mason Elrod. That 7th inning stretch with this packed house was the best we've had so far this summer. Elrod takes high. I'm really looking forward to getting the official attendance. It's going to be up there. Fans sticking around for the drone show postgame. Also, you got a really good game going on here in a 6-4 contest as Mason Elrod's hand flew off that bat on that swing. We'll go get some more spray pine tar and toss it back. Has been nursing a wrist injury for the last couple of weeks, one that's been nagging him for the last couple of years. USC Union, now at Rollins College in Orlando, Florida. Elrod takes low, it gets past Rogers. Klosick up to second. Take a turn and put on the brakes. But another critical insurance run moves into scoring position. With the chaos of summer ball, you can never have too many runs. And the Elks know that with the best of them. Left 7 runners on base last night in just the 3-run performance. Elrod doubled earlier on a ball that was smoked down the left field line. 2-1, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Line that one on one hop to Pena, who fields and goes to first. Moving up on the play is Klosick to third. There's 2 outs.
Now batting for the Elks, catcher number 44, Nate Snakenborg.
Nate Snakenborg looking to come through against the new southpaw, and Jacob Beaudoin entered this outing with a 4.50 ERA in 4 innings. 8 strikeouts to 1 walk. This entire staff just fills up the zone. 2-0. Nate Snakenborg from the University of Reno, Nevada. Or Nevada at Reno is the official title. Guy that one to center field. But moving back on it is Eberwine, and that will end the inning. There's 1 hit and no runs for the Elks. To the 8th, still Bend by 2. More Diego Lovesy in the top of the 8th inning. Elks on top 6-4 still. Pena, Griggs, and Tucker. The heart of Kelowna's order. Who made the Elks and their hearts ache last night. Pena homered, so did Griggs. Elks got to keep him in check. Lovesy, first pitch. Change up on the outer third. Diego Lovesy with the Glendale Gauchos as Pena lines that one to the right fielder. And Elrod, and he makes the catch. One out for CJ Griggs, but Diego Lovesy at Glendale Community College, 32 1/3, a 6.4 ERA, and struggled in the whip department. 1.67 whip. Griggs is 1 for 3, punched out his last time through. Fastball misses down and away. Not the same sunset that we got last night, but still a gorgeous one with the Sisters Mountains in the distance. Never take it for granted. Any night here at Genna is gorgeous as Griggs crushes that ball deep to right field. Elrod's going back on it and one hops the wall. CJ Griggs has himself a stand-up double. Elrod's throw goes all the way into second. Another two-hit night for CJ Griggs. He just can flat out hit. He had 3 hits last night, 2 of which were home runs. And a single tonight in the third and a double in the 8th. Breathtaking. Taylon Tucker represents the tying run for the Kelowna Falcons. Tucker's reached twice. Lovesy's fastball misses away. Open base at first. With that 2-run lead, though, looking to stay in the strike zone. Getting late here in Bend in a close one. Breaking balls, fouled right back. Taylon Tucker from Grossmont College. Hit .264. Eight home runs and 17 extra base hits. 2-1. Slide over shift to the pull side for the lefty in Tucker. Salvione shading over. 2-1 fastball chopped right to Salvione's. Got to hurry though. Tucker's busting it out the box. He's safe. No! A break for the Elks. I cannot believe it that Michael Gray called him out at first. Didn't mean to jump the gun, but Tucker beat that by a bit. A half step. Let's look at our replay. We have the safety base here in the West Coast League now, that orange bag that the batter is supposed to run on. One hop throw in from Salvione. And Tucker is there. That changes everything here late. 2 gone with the runner on third. Oh, 0-1 to Burnham. Greg Zahn came out to chat with base umpire Michael Gray, who was not a fan favorite in last night's game behind the dish. Breaking ball grounded. Tough play. Goodman deep in the hole. Throw to first. Not in time. 6-5. Kelowna's within one on the RBI infield single by Caleb Burnham. This one much more obvious, not as bang-bang. Still a different inning if that call doesn't go the Elks' way. They'll take it. Not out of the woodwork, though. To Finley Buckner. Takes low, stopped by Snakenborg. We've learned these Elks games are never going to be easy. Even the wins come down to the wire. Nail biting till the end. Big lead off of first by Burnham. He'll stay put. Buckner takes a ball just off the plate. Jared Robles getting loose for the Elks in the bullpen. He'll be next. Three 3-0. In a year that's been plagued by the free pass. You can't go back to it here. You're Diego Lovesy. Ball four. Was up and in tight. Buckner had to duck out of the way. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. And Alan Cox is going to Robles. The Elks cannot escape the base on balls as a pitching staff. That is number 7 tonight. Jared Robles comes into the game for Diego Lovesy, who was great right away. And now Robles from Cal State LA, who's in the portal. Fastball in the low 90s, a trusty guy for Alan Cox's group. Needs to escape a jam. Welcome back into the broadcast booth. Elks in a close one. During this pitching change, we'll take a look at the West Coast League scoreboard. Some games happening around the league tonight. This one ultra competitive, but we've got a couple more. Harbor Cats and Lefties tied at 6. Berries on top of the Pippins, 3-2 bottom 7, looking to ultimately win that series tonight. That Elks Falcons score is now 6-5. Drifters on top of the Pickles, 5-0. Portland's been a 500 ball club in 2026. It's been peculiar after being dominant the last 2 years. Apple Sox, they're just running the North, 12-8 over to Nanaimo. Bellingham beating Kamloops 8-0. Ridgefield, after a Friday night game where they had a walk-off winner up 3-2 on Walla Walla in the bottom of the 8th. And the Riverhawks beating the Knights 6-2 in the top of the 5th. Jared Robles has been that guy for the Elks so far this year, but man, the roller coaster that we've seen out of these Elks games coming back to fruition tonight. You just got to hold your breath. It's torture. You hope torture to rapture, though. And to come out with a pivotal Game 2 victory. The fans, I hope, would be going nowhere anyway, but you know they're sticking around for the drone show. So this environment for the final 2 innings of baseball going to be electric. Jared Robles now in out of the bullpen. Burnham on second, Buckner on first. For Owen Rogers, the catcher. Robles' first pitch misses outside, trying to take third as the runner, it goes into the outfield on the throw. The game is tied at 6 on the air by Nate Snakenborg. Cade Burnham put pressure on the defense on a pitch that got away from Snake. And a throw that was glove side too high for Braden Jones. Unbelievable. Now the go-ahead run in scoring position. 1-1. One and two. Robles blows the fastball by him. Man, you combine all these walks with the third error of the night for the Elks. Base running miscues, it's the same story as Robles got him on the 1-2. Good job limiting the damage, but the game is tied after the error. A box score that's seemingly identical. Just a couple of categories separating the two. Bottom 8 coming up here on Bend Elks YouTube. We're all knotted up. Elks had control of this game for just a bit, but now we're knotted at 6. After an error by Nate Snakenborg, the catcher for Bend. Salvione to start it off for the Elks, then Goodman and Jones. The bottom of the order against Jacob Beaudoin, incoming sophomore lefty. And he's had a good night at the dish, looking to continue it. Take a strike on the outside corner, one that was off. Defense playing him straight up. Fouls it straight back. Jacob Beaudoin from Arkansas Tech University, and if you're wondering, that looks like a big fella. He is 6'7", 230-pounder from Canada. Yeah, I'm right against you. 1-2, chopped, tough play, ranging over for Burnham, catches it high, throw to first. Wow. From Burnham to Pena on both ends, a great play. One gone.
Now
Popping
batting for
high
the
off the
Elks,
turf.
shortstop number 4,
Cade Burnham
Will Goodman.
had to essentially jump up, catch and throw in one motion. Salvione, no slouch of a runner. And just got him. Will Goodman. First pitch he offers at, fouls it down the right field line. A night after a Kelowna blowout where they took it 16-3. The beauty of baseball is any given day, anything can happen. And tonight is as good as it gets. Ultra competitive. That pitch was hair up, but called a strike. 0-2 to Goodman, who singled his last time. Jacob Beaudoin, 17 pitches, inning and a third, and is filling up that zone. Goodman, more action for Burnham. Another incredible play, and the shortstop for Kelowna is showing off. 2 outs. Burnham loved it so much,
Now
he took the cap off.
for Bend,
tipped
third
it.
baseman, number 3,
Classic.
Braden Jones.
And I'll tell you what, Cade Burnham deserves it. The jumping play on the throw to get Salvione, the slide-in play to get his counterpart in Will Goodman. And quickly, Jacob Beaudoin is mowing down these Elks. Braden Jones has had a good night at the dish. The infielder in the portal. 2 hits. Take a breaking ball for a strike, 0-2. Tonight's attendance, a whopping 1,600. Loud and proud fans here in Bend, Oregon at gorgeous Vince Genna Stadium. Post-game we'll have the drone show, but still so much business to attend to here. As Jones will roll over to the second baseman McNeil, a 1-2-3 inning for Jacob Beaudoin in the 8th.
No runs on, no hits after 8 complete innings.
3 groundouts,
We're
but
tied
Cade Burnham
6-6.
with 2 phenomenal plays. We'll go to the 9th, all tied up on Bend Elks YouTube. Six to 6 in the 9th inning here at Vince Genna Stadium. Jared Robles entered at the end of last frame, punched out Owen Rogers. Will now pitch the 9th. 5.79 ERA, 2-0 record with a 1.82 whip. 9-1-2 in the order, due up for Kelowna. And it's Boogie McNeil taking a strike at 90 down and away. McNeil 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. Fastball misses in tight. Jared Robles, 5'10", 195-pounder from East LA. And now in the transfer portal. Hitters count for McNeil. 2-2. McNeil, a middle infielder from Roseville, California. Also sometimes in the outfield. Fastball misses down and in. Full count. Big pitch coming up to start off this frame. Gotta come in. Robles is 3-2. Just a hair low. And ball 4. Something you can't do is walk the 9-hole batter 3 times. And Boogie McNeil is down to first again. Now the top of the order. And that just gives Kelowna a free rally. You see how close it was. A good effort by Nate Snakenborg trying to bring it up. Could not. Nolan Eberwine. First pitch misses low. Boogie McNeil, 1 stolen base on the season. Kelowna doesn't run a whole lot. Their lead-in base stealer is Justin Tucker with 3. Eberwine fouls it right back. It's 1-1. That one at 91 out of Robles' arm. When he's got in trouble, it's been with the walks. Nolan Eberwine held in check. And now the biggest at-bat. Got to stay true. Fouls it away. 2 strikes. Bullpen for the Elks is dead quiet. This is Jared Robles' frame. Practically all 1,600 sticking around for this battle to the end. McNeil average lead off of first. 2-2 misses low. A good job by Snakenborg keeping it in front. Couple of moments for the Elks they'll look back on. Not adding on. And then the error from Snake. Fastball skied down the left field line. Is anybody there? They're not. One hops the wall. Rounding second and heading to third is McNeil. He's coming in and will score. Nolan Eberwine gives Kelowna the lead. It's 7-6 in the 9th. The 6th run batted in for Eberwine. Still no outs. Breaking ball, called a strike to Reese Kozar. A good piece of hitting, and Murphy was playing the lefty well off the line. Grounded. Trying to go to third is Eberwine. Goodman thought about it, but he'll go to first. You need the out there more than anything, so if you're not sure, you can get Eberwine. The right decision from Goodman. 1 out and a runner on third. With the speed there, too, that throw would have had to have been perfect. I think Goodman definitely made the right decision. And Wes Harper in this big situation will go and chat with Robles. Runner on third, 1 out, 7-6 Falcons in the top of the 9th. Kelowna has scored 4 unanswered after the Elks were up 6-3 The lead has evaporated. That walk to start off the inning. McNeil comes around to score. Just the game of baseball. You put the leadoff guy on base on a free pass, and more times than not, he finds his way home. The infield is forced to come all the way in for Kelowna's best hitter in Matt Pena. Pena jumps on the first pitch. Guys at foul, 0-1. Couple of runs batted in on the night, 1 for 5. The smooth swinging lefty. Robles looking for a ground ball, a strikeout, or something shallow in the outfield that would prevent that run from scoring, and it's 0-2. Jones, Goodman, Salvione, and Miller all creeping in on the infield turf. The 0-2, got him swinging. Jared Robles goes 90 at the top of the zone and a big second out. So it's C.J. Griggs with 2 outs and another run for Kelowna 90 feet away. Building off of his dominant Friday night, he's been good. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for the Elks to just pitch around him here, honestly. Breaking ball misses away. He has been dialed in the cleanup spot for the second consecutive night. 2 home runs, 3 total hits yesterday, and 2 for 4 tonight. 5 hits in 2 games. Fastball misses in tight, pops in and out of the glove of Snakenborg, but stays close enough where Eberwein cannot come in and score. Nolan Eberwein had the big hit. RBI double. It brought Kelowna all the way back. And now they're going to walk him. I believe this is the right decision by Alan Cox and crew, as C.J. Griggs peers at the dugout. And some friendly banter between the two. They're still talking. Griggs in the dugout. But all is good. Kalen Tucker with runners on the corners will take a strike on the outside corner. It's a sign of respect. There's nothing to be offended about. Oh man, almost got to the backstop. Snakenborg just caught it. There's already been multiple wild pitches, pass balls tonight that have been costly. And wow, what a catch by Snakenborg, popping out of the squat to go to the high forehander. Down and in, 2-1. Kalen Tucker's 1 for 3. Eberwein on third, Griggs on first. Popped up, foul and out of play, a souvenir, 2-2. Although Robles is laboring, 1 strike away from getting out of this and giving the Elks more than a fighting chance in the bottom of the 9th. Tucker grounded out his last time through. Robles shakes and gets the sign. 2-2 with 2 outs. Popped up. Shallow right field. Salvione going out. Coming in is Elrod. He makes the catch amidst the dusk. And the Elks keep the deficit at 1. Nolan Eberwein, though, the big swing of the bat after the leadoff walk to Boogie McNeil. An RBI double gives Kelowna the lead. The Elks need 1 to tie. They need 2 to have everybody ecstatic for the drone show. We're back after this on Bend Elks YouTube. The bottom of the 9th inning. The Elks trail by 1, but the top of the order coming up. Nadeau, man with a bat on deck to pinch hit for Murphy in Cam Beck. And then Jace Miller. 3 righties against the new arm in Eddie Delansky, the right-hander. Looking for 1 to tie or 2 to walk it off. What a night. A night after a blowout win for Kelowna. We're back here, bottom 9. A year after the Elks had so many iconic moments down to the wire. Walk-off winners galore in the thick of another moment. They had all that momentum after the Yakima series, but after dropping last night, you gotta get something back. And this crowd of 1,600 is looking for it. We'll start it with Keaton Nadeau, the leadoff man, coming up to begin this frame. He's already reached 2 times, a walk and an error. Just listen to that crowd. I don't got to do much talking. They're ready to go, and we are too. Delansky, a 3.24 ERA in 8 1/3. 7 Ks to 4 walks. Nadeau takes the first pitch for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Delansky, 6'2", 185-pounder from Erie, Pennsylvania. Goes to Niagara. Breaking ball, called a strike. Caught a lot of play. Nadeau didn't think so, and he'll have to protect. Cam Beck will pinch hit for Jackson Murphy on deck. The stomps ensue. Got him swinging. On 3 pitches, Delansky with some filth. 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Think about this spot to pinch hit. For the young Cam Beck coming in for the vet Jackson Murphy to get some power off the bench. Beck has been good. A 3.13 average, a 7.28 OPS. There's no better time, though, for that first home run. The former #1 player out of Utah goes to Oregon State. Soft-spoken as they come, but a bat that does the talking. Delansky fires. 4 straight strikes as he is carving. Delansky in a save spot. 1 save on the summer. 0-2. Make that 5 straight strikes. Cam Beck got the start in last night's game in the 3-hole. Went 1 for 3, reached on an error. Oh, 2. Just a hair outside. A gutsy take with 2 strikes by Beck. And he'll keep fighting. Rogers tried to bring it back, but it was a hair off the plate. Looking to reach for Jace Miller on deck. 2 former teammates at Oregon State. Beck takes low, 2-2. Seeking a moment to keep this inning rolling. Line into left field. Coming in is Kozar, and there's 2 outs. It all comes down to Jace Miller. Jace has been in these spots before. A year ago here at Genna, sent everybody home on a walk-off swing at the end of the season. And after returning for another year, dealing with the knee injury, back in front of the crowds that love him so. Miller pops it up. Foul territory. Pena moves back, he catches it, and the game is over. The Kelowna Falcons stun the Elks at home on Saturday night in a come-from-behind 7-6 win to take the series and win their 4th straight game. Eight hits to 8 hits. But the difference was that error late. Elks had the lead. They were preserving it to the end, and Nate Snakenborg on an attempt to go to third. Threw it into left. Runner came in to score. That tied the game, and then in the 9th, Jared Robles walked Boogie McNeil. The double by Nolan Eberwine. And after the Elks had all that momentum after their first road series win of the season, they drop another one here at Genna, moving to 6-11 in 2026. This one stings just as much as any of them. It was a game that the Bend Elks were up 6-3 in. 6-3. And that was going into the 7th inning. Kelowna gets 1 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th, 1 in the 9th, and they take it. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Aiden O'Neill, thanks for joining us. You go back to the walks. The whip has been the story of the Elk season. Walks, hits, plus innings pitched. That stat, an uncanny difference when it comes to the good teams versus the bad ones. And the Elks are at the bottom of the entire West Coast League in that stat. Let's count them up tonight. I count 9 walks, and that's not counting the intentional one to C.J. Griggs in the 9th, which absolutely was the correct decision. It ended up working out. But when you hand a team like Kelowna, who's top 2 in the West Coast League in home runs, they mash with the best of them. Pena and Griggs in the middle of their order. You give them free bases, They're going to take advantage as the lights go off here at Genna Stadium. On a more positive note, although the Elks lose their second straight, the drone show is about to start here at Genna, the first of its kind
10,
here in Bend at this
9,
stadium.
8,
We'll go to Dom
7,
for the countdown
6,
and the
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elks fans, thank you very much for coming out to Genna Stadium for our first ever drone light show. We're back in action as this series concludes.
Fun? So much fun here at Genna Stadium, aside from the Elks' tough 7-6 loss. That drone show was worth it. I've seen one previously. That one was outstanding. Saw the Elks logo. Go Elks. Let's celebrate. My personal favorite, though, was the batter that hit the baseball and it flew like he hit it. Incredible stuff. And a preview. There were some fake drone fireworks. A preview of July 3rd. So make sure you get your tickets for that. But the Elks dropped this one tonight. 7-6 the final. Your final lines. 7-6, 8-8 in the hit column. And the Elks commit that one more error there than Kelowna, which ultimately was costly. Tough one. Elks are back at it in action tomorrow night, 5:05 first pitch, right here on Bend Elks YouTube. Get your tickets. Come out to Genna. If not, I'll be with you, as always, as the Elks look to avoid the sweep. For one final time, my great producer, Pierce Gordon, I'm Maiden O'Neill signing off. I hope you enjoyed the drone show. It was a blast. We'll see you tomorrow.